Okay, hey Taurus, so let's get into your fashion sense and your aesthetics, and let's see if you dress like your zodiac sign. Now, the disclaimer I will give with this video is that I'm going to show you guys a lot of examples of Taurus fashion sense with influencers and celebrities and people like that. And for this information, I used Venus, Mars, so Taurus, Venus, Mars, Moon, or Sun. This isn't just based on sun signs. So if you're watching this and you're a Taurus sun, you might want to watch this whole aesthetic series for your Venus and Mars sign as well. So let's just get into it. But before we do, tell me down below, using 3 words, how would you describe your personal style? And keep those 3 words in mind, because at the end we're going to find out if your description and my description overlap, if they match up, and if you really dress like the zodiac sign at all. But we're really gonna dive deep into certain trends that you guys wear, certain colors, certain accessories, and really the main themes that I saw with a lot of Taurus girls as I was looking up your zodiac sign. I would say the main thing with Taurus fashion and Taurus aesthetics is that it has this range. I feel like it ranges from like this kind of casual athleisure vibe to more bougie vibe. Now we'll get into the bougier section in a bit, but let's talk about athleisure first and kind of talk about how you guys kind of combine that kind of bouginess with your athleisure looks. And when it comes to this athleisure vibe, a lot of Taurus I notice wear athleisure, right? But the way Taurus wears athleisure is a bit unique because I feel like you make it look very elegant, very expensive. You guys will wear like a sweatsuit, but still look very refined and elegant and somehow just dress up athleisure very well. I noticed some colors you guys tend to wear a lot are pastels. That was a major theme with a lot of Taurus, is this kind of pastel vibe, light pink, light blue. And as you guys can see with these Taurus placement women, they tend to wear athleisure and sweatpants, but still look expensive. I also noticed too that you can wear kind of designer things with your athleisure, and I feel like that's what makes it look expensive. So you can wear like, you know, Balenciaga shoes with like a basic sweatsuit, and that looks pretty expensive. Or Taurus might wear like jewelry or an expensive purse. Either way, there's this kind of expensive accessory pairing with the athleisure wear you do wear. It looks like your clothes are very good quality. Like I said, even if it's just like the basicest of basic sweatsuit, it looks expensive on you somehow. Tell me your magic down below, because I feel like Taurus really pull this off almost exclusively. So let's get more into the kind of bougier side of your aesthetics. We talked about that athleisure kind of vibe, but I noticed that with Taurus, you guys have this very, when it comes to the bougier side of your aesthetics or fashion, it's almost like very whimsical, very romantic. I think a really good example of this is Best Dressed here on YouTube. A lot of you guys probably watch her. And again, she's a Taurus. She's known for her fashion. She's actually a Taurus Sun and Venus. So she has that Taurus influence, and like I said, she's very prominent in the fashion world, and I feel like her style, at least, is very romantic, whimsical, and I feel like a lot of other Taurus girls had that same kind of whimsical, romantic, feminine things. Now also with this more romantic, bougie side of your aesthetic, it tends to be sort of vintage looking as well. I think, again, Best Dressed is a really good mascot for you guys, because I feel like she really epitomizes Taurus style. And if you look at a lot of her fashion looks on her Instagram and what she does on YouTube, she kind of has almost this vintage vibe about her. It's not like outdated, it's not old looking, but it's just has this vintage vibe. It's like you just came from the 80s or 70s, but somehow you look modern at the same time. You really combine like that vintage and modern aesthetic very well. Let's talk about the specific clothing items and stuff you guys wear. And some clothing items that I saw being repeated over and over again with many Taurus women. So now, a specific item that really shook me when I found this out that a lot of Taurus girls wear is corsets. Now, almost every single Taurus girl that I looked at was wearing a corset often. Like, it's not like you wear it every single outfit, but it's something you guys have in your wardrobe. I noticed every Taurus girl either wore a corset. That's kind of like their aesthetic. Pretty much any girl that I looked at with Taurus placements had at least 1 photo, 2 photos, 3 photos with a corset style outfit or wearing like a corset style top. And I feel like this really ties into that very romantic, whimsical, vintage vibe of your aesthetic. And I wouldn't be surprised if you guys were the ones to start the corset trend. Now, corsets are really on par for like the style trends like this summer and this spring. And I feel like Taurus women kind of pioneered that kind of corset style look. And it looks kind of like the best on them just because they do embody that kind of vintage, whimsical style. And so when it comes to your starter pack or your uniform or kind of things that almost every Taurus has in their wardrobe, I found that you guys either have sweats, athleisure wear, matching sweats. You guys have definitely pastels is another thing I noticed. Very light colors, very whimsical colors. And also you guys might have a corset in your wardrobe as well. Again, not like a literal corset, but like a corset style top, dress, etc. As you guys saw in the corset photos, maybe you have a dress that's a corset, maybe you have your own design that's a corset. Either way, corset is a really emphasized look I found with Taurus women, and I feel like that's definitely like in your uniform, in your starter pack type of thing. And I will say another accessory you guys tend to wear is gold jewelry. I will say jewelry overall is emphasized in your aesthetics. As I mentioned earlier, there's this real expensive look with your aesthetic, with your fashion sense. There's this elegant look, and I feel like the fact that you wear jewelry really adds to that. Now, I will say that I felt like a lot of Taurus women wore like real jewelry. No shade to people who wear like not real jewelry, but I feel like they wore like, I feel like a lot of times people can wear like costume jewelry with their outfits because it's just for the outfit, right? But I feel like you're the type to wear like real gold or a real gold watch or a real gold necklace. I felt like really great quality jewelry was really incorporated into your style and aesthetics. And overall, this sense of quality is really present. The sense of quality is really present in your aesthetics, and I feel like that is really why you look so expensive, so elegant, so just almost like rich with your aesthetics and fashion sense due to this good quality material you often tend to wear. I will say that Taurus, I feel like I mentioned this before, but Taurus women I feel like tend to be trend setters. Like I said, when I was doing this research, it's almost like it feels like every single person had some sort of Taurus Venus, Taurus Mars, Taurus Moon, Rising Sun. Almost every fashion blogger, fashion girl, celebrity who was prominent in fashion had Taurus placements or Taurus influence in their chart. And I feel like Taurus is definitely that woman where a lot of other women go to for style inspo. Like I said, your mascot is probably like, the mascot for this video is Best Dress, and obviously I feel like she's a great example of someone you would go to for style. It's like, okay, what do I want to wear for spring? I'm making my Pinterest board. Most likely, I feel like other girls will go to Taurus girls' Instagrams, go to Taurus girls' YouTube channels for that inspiration. So I feel like you guys are really very trend-setting in that sense. And overall, I would describe you guys as elegant and expensive and the athleisure queens, of course, but you also have that romantic, vintage, whimsical fashion sense about you too. And tell me down below what stores you shop at the most. I want to see if there's like a pattern with like zodiac signs and where they shop. And then also tell me down below if this description in this video matches your description of your own style. If you have any of these pieces in your wardrobe, tell me down below. Also message me on Instagram because I'm gonna post some subscriber examples of your aesthetic, because I want to see some like real life examples, not just like influencer or celebrity examples, but also I want to see what my subscribers have in their closets. So message me on Instagram at AstroKit if you want to be featured, and make sure you subscribe to my channel because you don't want to miss the next video, and I'll see you Taurus in my